Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Michaela and today we are practicing Reiki or energy healing. And my intention for this video is to call in your divine counterpart. But I feel as though there's some heartbreak that may be holding you back from being able to call this in. So we're going to do Reiki. I'm going to talk you through it. All you need to do is allow yourself to receive by repeating it to yourself. If you want to lay down and close your eyes, you're more than welcome to. Otherwise, you can play it in the background. We have the Ace of Cups here, which tells me that your divine counterpart is coming through the breakthrough of releasing this heartbreak. So although you may not consciously realize how much this heartbreak is affecting you, maybe it was in the past from a while ago, but there's still this lingering sadness. And in order for you to experience your divine counterpart to its fullest, it's important to release and to grieve and to process everything that's going on. So I do feel as though as you continue to watch this video, maybe watch it multiple times to really help yourself ground into this new reality, to release what's no longer serving you. This entire time we've been working on your heart chakra. There's a lot of stagnant energy, especially in concentrated little areas, but we're starting to move that energy and remove it. I glanced at that tarot card, the Ace of Cups, and what I forgot was that I feel as though you had forced this past relationship in order for it to work. There was some way that you were holding on and it wasn't leading to your emotional fulfillment. And maybe you thought it did, but it just wasn't cutting the bill. And who is about to come in, whatever this next partnership is coming in, is going to fulfill you in a way that you didn't even know was a reality, right? It could feel like a fairy tale or a movie where you have yet to experience such beauty, such romance, right? And such healing. It is a very healing experience to be in relation with your divine counterpart. And I feel as though this is just confirmation for you that they are coming. But again, it's about emotional fulfillment. So filling your bucket first, making sure your heartbreak is processed, right? There's no need to take care of it all at once, right? But eventually, like, get there. And in that, you are calling in your divine counterpart. They are on their way. This heartbreak led to a lot of masculine energy. Needing to be in survival, needing to push forward, and not feeling safe in your home, in your structure, not feeling secure. And this led you to be more in your masculine. Part of calling in your divine masculine, your divine counterpart, is really being in relationship with your divine feminine. And the way that we do that is, as women, we tend to have the superpower, right? As long as we embody feminine energy, resting, relaxing, being self-obsessed in a beautiful way, where we take care of ourselves, where we love ourselves, where we treat ourselves, where we really take care of ourselves, that's when you're able to manifest your divine counterpart. But if you're continually living in masculine, pushing forward, living in survival, needing to get everything done, that's when you kind of push it away. So right now we're working on the headspace. It's a lot about your thoughts. So really paying attention to those thoughts is going to be very helpful for you. Removing a lot of these limiting beliefs, removing the past. There's a story there, right? Of needing to go. And here's the thing, it's scary to let go. It's scary. But what you'll come to find is when you let go, you release, everything starts to work out better than you realize. I just saw a sprout. So in your headspace, there was like this baby bean sprout that sprouted up, kind of like the emojis with the plant, and like a baby plant. And to me, I feel like we're instilling new thoughts, new thought patterns. And we've removed that story now, right? So now we're integrating something new. So something new can be born, such as your Ace of Cups, your divine masculine, your divine counterpart. In past relationships, you may not have been able to express yourself freely. Authenticity is key when you come into relation with your divine counterpart. Because here's the thing, the divine feminine, she awakens the divine masculine, right? So if you are not secure and strong in speaking your truth and speaking about all these things that you believe in, maybe it's energy healing, maybe it's tarot, maybe it's your spiritual beliefs, the masculine cannot awaken. You have to be honest. You have to be honest with how you feel. You have to be honest with what you want in life, right? And that can be very challenging when you might have been in relationships where that wasn't a safety, where it wasn't secure to do so, right? But now we're removing these blocks, removing them, so that way, when your divine counterpart comes in, you're going to help them awaken too. Because if only one partner grows, it's not going to work out. You could have a divine feminine and a divine masculine, but if one party doesn't awaken, eventually you would have to move on. Because your vibration starts to not resonate with that person anymore. Naturally, it will break away. So it's important not to use fear, but it's important that you do express your truth. You do remove these fears of that it's not safe to express my truth, right? Because when you do that, you're actually altering them, and you may trigger the divine masculine a little bit. It might be a challenge for you, right? But eventually you plant the seed and you help them to awaken. Maybe now, maybe 10 years from now. But the point is that you are speaking your truth. And as you do that, that's when all things come into place. Not only divine masculine, but everything, abundance. Anything that you could ever desire is on its way. But you have to learn to be authentic. You have to learn to speak your truth. You have to lead the way. We need more people in this world to open up, to speak their truth, right? because this is how we're going to awaken. This is how we're going to trigger others to heal. Life has been hard. I feel knots and tension behind the neck, behind the head, because you have had to live in your masculine, because you have had to push forward, because this past partner I heard was a pain in the neck. And they can be sometimes, right? We don't want to sabotage this next relationship, right? We got to get rid of all these past ideas of what your relationship used to look like. So that way you can experience this relationship as new. Yeah, okay. We're removing this pain body. It's pretty easy, actually. Feel like you're in a state of surrender. Hips is where you store your trauma and your drama. That's where we're stuck right now. Now working on your solar plexus is your willpower, your ability to go out and make it happen, and at the same time, the trust in the divine. So we want to have that balance. We want the relationship between divine feminine and divine masculine. So yes, it's going to take you going out, you putting yourself out there. You have to leave the house, right, in order to meet your divine counterpart. But then you also have to have a relationship with trusting the universe, understanding that it will happen in the right time. When I met my divine masculine, I was so okay with finally being single. My plan was to be single for a very long time. And what happens is that's the surrender, there's the trust. And the universe is full of surprises. So it's really learning to have that relationship with yourself first and trusting that the universe will provide exactly when. But finding things that you enjoy, that can put you out there. If you want to go line dancing, if you want to go try a new yoga class, if you want to go to a new place out to eat, whatever it is, find the things that inspire you, that make you so happy and excited, right? Because they're there. They're there. But you have to get out of the house. You have to put yourself out there. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Exhale through your mouth, let it go. One more, just like that. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth, let it go. just wrapping up here. As always, with any type of energy healing, drinking lots of water will help you to release any stagnant energy. Be sure to drink lots of water. If you're able to, have an Epsom salt bath that helps you disconnect these ties to other people. So the heartbreak situation, the more Epsom salt baths, the better, to help you disconnect from that, to help you recenter and come back into your own frame. And I will see you in one of my next videos.